Hey guys, welcome to another recap of Survivor Caramoan. What a good episode tonight. Alright, let's begin. Corinne made sure she got the gay. So tired of Corinne. Philip tells everyone, except for Michael, that he threw the challenge. And everyone's like, no. So Dawn really needs the money. She's got 6 kids. She's got to think about college and stuff. So I kind of feel bad for Dawn, and I think she kind of got a raw deal the first time around. So I'd like to see her go further in the game. Whether I'd like to see her win or not, I haven't really decided yet. So Gota, a boat arrives and says, pack up your crap. You go into a new home. So they get on the boat. They have a little boat ride to Bacall. There's a feast, new buffs. It's the merge. So Malcolm suggests, hey, let's name the new tribe Enel Edam, or Edom. And it's Madeline backwards, his mom's name. I don't think he explained it to everyone. I don't think anybody really cared. They didn't want to have to come up with a name. I'm down with it. It's my daughter's name too. All right, so it is so. Philip to Andrea says, Andrea, you must lay in bed and pretend that you're Boston Rob. That was pretty funny. All right, Corinne and Malcolm have a little chat, and basically Corinne says, sorry Malcolm, I got my gay, but I'm still on the same page as you. And Malcolm's like, okay. So then it's time for the immunity challenge, and it's the old gross food eating challenge. The first one was done in 2 heats, and these are all local delicacies, local animals, or whatever they are. So the first 3 out of the 2 heats move on to the next round. And the first one was 2 beetle larvae on a plate, and yes, they were alive. So the first 6 that, the 6 that moved on were Andrea, Malcolm, and Eddie, Cochran, Philip, and Michael. So in the next round, unfortunately, it got grosser and grosser as the rounds went on, and I was eating dinner at the time. I didn't care, though. I ain't eating that stuff. The next round was ship worms, which was basically an ocean termite. It's some kind of worm that eats through ship hulls. Most of these foods, I won't use that term very loosely, turn people's tongues black. And I'm thinking that there was either because there was a ton of feces in there because they were live, or a ton of dirt that these animals eat, or both. So moving on from the ocean termite round were Malcolm, Eddie, and Cochran. So it was an all-male from this point on. In fact, the only one who made it past the first round was Andrea. She's a tough broad. All right, so the next one was that old disgusting duck fetus, duck embryo. 2 out of 3 people moved on from that round, and that was Cochran and Malcolm. Eddie couldn't stomach it. He threw up, and he would have had to eat his own vomit if he wanted to move on, and he couldn't do it. He probably was trying, but he didn't make it. So it came down to Cochran and Malcolm, a definite Davy versus Goliath, and we all know who David is. Right. So it was pig brain. It looked like a slice of feta cheese, but it was actually some pig brain, and unbelievably, Cochran wins. I can't remember the last time I was that happy to see someone win a challenge in Survivor. It was just such a great moment for Cochran. I don't think he's ever won one before, and it was just great. I celebrated with him. Now, back at camp, though, Philip and Corinne have a little chat, and she wants to get rid of Sherry this week. And he wants to get rid of a power player, either Reynolds or Eddie. And he can't understand. He knows something wrong. He don't know what. Because she's not interested in getting somebody, with more status out. She's happy getting rid of Sherry. It don't compute, Philip Shepard. All right, so Corinne hooks up with the Malcolm Young Buck Alliance and says, I think I can bring in Dawn. So she goes to talk to Dawn, and Dawn seems upset by this. She doesn't want to get rooked like she did last go around. So she runs and tells Cochrane, because that's her bud. And Cochrane tells Andrea, and Andrea tells Philip, and Philip tells Sherry. So Andrea also thinks that she can pull Eric in on this because he's kind of dumb. And she's right. He acted very confused when she told him to vote for Corinne and his alliance told him to vote for Sherry. So it's tribal time and probsting has begun. Jeff wants to know, is another fan going home tonight? Probably. Corinne, she said, everyone has a plan until someone gets punched in the face. Prepare to get punched. And Reynold, shockers are on the way. Maybe not this tribal council, but they'll be coming up. Well, it sure was a shocker. They had the vote, and Corinne was shocked as S. It was one of those sweet, sweet moments. When there's a blind side, when someone gets voted out that you can't stand their ass face, and this was one of them. It was almost as sweet as Cochrane winning immunity. Almost. It was pretty satisfying, though. So, ha! Next time, Malcolm makes a move, and Eddie makes a move on Andrea. Uh-oh, hot dog. Till next time, much love.